I must have startled you with my abrupt request. I was told that the nurses were able to return to the hospital thanks to your help. We all appreciate it, but it's dangerous out there. Please don't put your own life at risk. By the way, I do have something I wanted to ask you about. What is your relationship with that old man inside the ward? I hope you didn't purposefully bring him out here having knowledge of his true identity. This is Arcris, and he is not welcomed here. If you don't have any special reasons for him to be here, you should do something about him. I'm afraid that his presence may stir up some bad rumors. Oh, and I'm not sure if you've heard, but your friend now has a dedicated nurse assigned to him. Why don't you introduce yourself to her first if you're not too busy?
Hello. You're the one from the graveyard, aren't you? I'm so happy to see you again. The other gravekeepers managed to make it out safely thanks to you. Miss Eastlin, the person you were just talking to, is one of the 5 nobles of Arcris. Together with Count Zid, she actively participates in taking care of the hospital. Miss Eastlin asked you to get rid of your old friend inside the ward? It's not like her to talk bad about someone like that. Perhaps there's been a misunderstanding? Although, I've never seen her look so angry before. It's almost as if she's seen Salvis or something. What? Your old friend's name is Salvis? Aw, come on, Rune Hunter. Stop messing with me. You can't be serious. Salvis was the one who destroyed Ordemis by siding with Triad during the Zodiac War, which began here in Arcris. But that was 200 years ago. That name isn't very common. If you're telling the truth, it's quite the coincidence. But some people may get the wrong idea from it. Perhaps he By the way, I'm worried about the others who are still at the graveyard. Rune Hunter, I'll take care of the patient from now on. Could you go check on them?
What a complete mess. It's a good day to dig up some graves. Hey, can you see the incredible energy that's surrounding my shovel right now? Those who make a fortune always take advantage of chaotic times. See here? How convenient is it that the corpses are leaving their graves on their own? It's a bit of work, but once the walking corpses are taken care of, you don't even have to dig a single scoop to clear out the burial goods. Here, I'll let you join in if you promise to keep your mouth shut. It's best to wrap things up quickly here. Let's get the...
I've never seen any monsters that look like those. This sight is truly breathtaking. Is that what you ultimately become when you're cursed by the gods? Count Zid's been complaining about running out of space for graves. So we've been switching around the burial sites in this area. We want to finish up quickly for the sake of the resting dead. But we can't do anything right now, even though we've already dug up all the graves. I wonder if there's any other immorality that could be sweeter than this. Even my sprained ankle seems like fate at this point. Hey, if you don't mind, could you pray for the dead for me? I don't think I can pray right now, when my mind's clouded with such dirty thoughts.
Welcome, Rune Hunter. I'm nearly finished now. Welcome, Rune Hunter. I'm nearly finished now. Will you take a look at that wagon? Rune Hunter, to my eyes, that body looks like a puzzle. A puzzle made out of bones, muscles, organs, and veins. Which is why I came up with the idea. If a part of our body breaks down, why can't we just replace that part? Could you take a look at that body again? But take a more careful look at it this time. That's right, Rune Hunter. That body is made up of fresh parts I personally procured. It's a pure and clean body, like that of a newborn baby. If my theory stands, this specimen should come alive today. Now I just have to inject this special solution. Huh? How come it's not moving? I already tested its effectiveness in smaller specimens. Wait, Rune Hunter, I'm sorry. Could you please recover my specimens? I can't believe I lost them. They must be somewhere around here.
I didn't notice you because I was so focused. I can't believe how many people got hurt because of the monsters around here. What? Landfill sprained his ankle as well? Oh dear. Thank you for telling me. I'll go take a look. From now on, if you run into any injured gravekeepers, please share this emergency potion with them. It'll help them out a lot.
This potion is from Gabby? Oh, she's such an angel. An angel who was sent down by Vesper. Oh, my dear Gabby. What happened to me? I ended up like this because of the hero who rose up from the grave. The one who was buried in the grave I took care of every day. I worked so hard to care for the grave. But how come the hero didn't recognize me? Is it because all of the souls of the people buried here have already left to meet the gods? I haven't even finished laying out the wreaths, but I don't think I can finish in my current state. I just need to cover one more grave. Can you do it for me?
The three sons of Baltua were all great soldiers who gladly sacrificed their lives during the Zodiac War. The tragedy that ensued from the war has left Baltua House in the past, but Artemis and Arcras shall remember them forever. This memorial is dedicated to the countless heroes and the Baltua House that fell during their youth.
Fake. Fake. This entire hall is a lie. They're all... The Dongras house also fought to protect these lands 200 years ago. But how come no one remembers us? Wait, who are you? Why are you armed so heavily? Are you working with him? The one using runes? The Zodiac Master? Yes, it was you. You're responsible for bringing Triad to these lands. You're here to steal the divinity from us! And you're going to use that power to take over Drum! Intruder! The Zodiac Master has returned to Akras! Everyone! Attack! 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 No! Get up! Everyone, get a grip! The Fort Keeper of Akras! Dungras is with you all! Do you not see me here? You cowards! None of you are real heroes. My ancestors were different from you all. They fought until their flesh was ripped to shreds. You all know this. When the walls of Akras falls, the Dongras fill in the gap. The bone dust that were crushed during that battle are still mixed in this dirt. So please, try to remember. The Dongras house is still... We're still doing our best to protect this nation.
There you are, Rune Hunter. But where's Hare? What? Hair was devoured by a monster that he created? I'm not condoning his behavior, but this is just hard to believe. Hair was a very passionate and kind person. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I wonder why he took his dream that far.
You're fucking lucky. Trust Koroko.
Can't go beyond this point. It's not too late to turn back. It's too dangerous out there. This is where all the heroes who fought for Artemis during the Zodiac War are buried. This path leads to the memorial shrine. So we buried all of the heroes here to remind everyone of the sacrifices they have made for us. But because of the strange phenomenon, all of the Risen heroes have now become a threat to the Gravekeepers. A lot of them have been injured due to the ruthless attacks by the heroes. I must stop the Risen heroes from reaching the hospital. I won't ask for your help with this, so you should get out of here quickly. Dear Lapia, Dear Lapia, I still remember you to this day. The moment when you personally handed over your staff as I laid amongst the wounded. You saved me from the swamp of despair on that day. I have forged my sword by using your staff as the hilt, and became a proud general with it. You may be gone now, but I intend to protect all of the traces you have left behind in this world for all eternity. This is where I make my vow to you, Lapia. I dedicate my life to protect the lands you once called home, and I shall never let go of the sword that holds your precious memories.
There was an old prayer hidden at the hilt of General Birkin's greatsword, and through this prayer, you learned that General Birkin was actually personally cured by Saint Lapia, and that he had admired her enough to always carry around her staff by making it the hilt of his sword. Remembering...
You defeated General Birkin? Are you serious? I've heard that he was an incredibly strong hero with excellent swordsmanship. Did you get hurt at all? You should at least head back to the hospital for a checkup, just in case. I'll clean things up here. I have to turn on the rest of the lamps anyway. Don't even bother worrying about me. Head on back now.
Hunter! You're back! It seems like all the Gravekeepers have made it back safely thanks to you. Everyone's praising you about how you helped them out. And thanks to their testimonies, the bad rumors about you are slowly dying out. Don't even get me started. Do you realize what I had to go through while you were gone? Because some stupid nurse blabbered on about Salvis staying in one of the wards. I never would have guessed such a nice old man would be a war criminal. I thought you were all making a terrible joke about him. If you use the memory rune at the memorial shrine, you'll realize why the people of Artemis act so sensitively when it comes to the name Salvis. Rune Hunter, have you ever heard of the Zodiac War? I've already asked Jose for help regarding the topic. It might be worth it to catch up on some history.
Rune Hunter, Eugenia told me what you need. You want to know more about the Zodiac War? Did you know that the Zodiac War was an international crisis? It all began with different nations clashing over the completion of the Zodiac. Unlike the other nations, Artemis did not have a sacred arm with the power of the gods, which is why Artemis aimed to restore the god Vesper's divinity through the completion of the Zodiac. But when Traia learned of Artemis's goal, they waged a war against us, with Salvis leading their army, as he was one of the most firmly opposed to the Zodiac's completion. Traia, with Salvis, brought down Archrus fortress and began to annihilate the rest of Artemis's territory. Since then, hundreds of people have been sacrificed in order to restore Archrus, and in memory of those sacrificed, we established this hospital to help anyone in need. I hope that story helped to satisfy your curiosity, Rune Hunter.
We must never forget all of the sacrifices that were made in order to restore the peace within our lives. With hopes of rebuilding Archrus, we wish to engrave those memories here for all eternity.
Rookie! Are you spacing out on me right now? Did you hear me? You're gonna be placed on the front lines now. We'll do our best to hold this place off. You follow the other soldiers.
What is that?
Rookie! Watch out! Go! Now! Get out of here! You'd better stay alive, rookie.
Rookie, I've been waiting. We don't have time to waste. Let's get right to it. The armies of Traya are at the brink of bringing down Arcris Fortress. They have already taken over most of the surrounding areas, as well as the inner courtyard. In order to regain control of the fortress, we are going to recover our base first. And then we will infiltrate the castle to eliminate their commanding officers. But first things first, approach the fortress while taking down all of the enemies who have taken over our base. We are vastly outnumbered, but do not give up.
Thank you. I thought I was going to end up in Traya like this. This situation is dire at the moment. Although I will do my best until the end. This war is going to spread throughout the entire continent of Trom. It's not just us. I've heard the Traya soldiers talking about how the other nations are in turmoil as well. Seems like there is a standoff between nations regarding the completion of the Zodiacs. But we don't have any sacred arms, and the Zodiacs are the only way for us to restore divinity. You still have 2 other bases to recover as you make your way to the fortress. And I'm sure there are other captured allies along the way. Please help them out as well.
This battle's impossible. We're just too outnumbered. They even have a mercenary who's really good at using the power of runes. His name's Salvis or something. Ever heard of that name? Apparently, he's one of the strongest people who is opposing the completion of the Zodiacs. No matter how much power Traya has, this war is just too brutal. How could they declare war just because we oppose their opinion? Countless soldiers have already fallen at the hands of Salvis. Damn it, we were already low on numbers. Please, try your best to secure a path for us. I'll do what I can to rally the remaining soldiers and catch up with you.
You made it this far by yourself. Must have been quite the workout. I'm proud of you. The Grand Marshal has personally taken up the vanguard in order to recover the fortress that has been occupied by our enemies. I want to make sure that our vanguards can muster up their courage if they're to ever look back. So could you raise the flag of Artemis for me again? Don't worry about me and go! I believe brave soldiers like you will end up saving Artemis in the end.
Hey, I'm still alive. Even if you're a corpse scavenger, show some manners. There's no need to hurry. But this is just hilarious. I'm dying from being crushed by the castle walls. Do you know what our family motto is? When the walls of Akras falls, the Dungrass fills in the gap. I always thought it was stupid, but it became a reality for me. Hey, scavenger, I'm not finished. I need you to do something for me. You see, I have a young nephew. He's an idiot who followed me out here, thinking that he's a knight. Take my sword to him. Tell him that I already took his spot on this wall, and that he should head back home with this sword.
Do not fall back! Keep on fighting! The Fort Keeper of Arcris Dungris is with you all!
Huh? Who are you? Are you a messenger from another unit? Wait, that's Uncle Manuel's sword. That means he's... I see. Thank you for telling me. Looks like I'm the only Dungress left in Arcris now. Listen up, soldier. You shall be my witness from now on. Watch my final moments and spread the word. Arcris will remember my death.
Rookie, you made it! Right on time, too. We're prepared to go all out against the enemy from this point onward. You'd better brace yourself. As I explained earlier, the armies of Traya have already taken over the inner castle. And our objective is to take down the commanding officers in order to recover the fortress. The Grand Marshal himself has led our forces into the central plaza. I want you to go find Commander Aspen near the plaza and follow his orders. Best of luck to you. Hope to see you again alive and well, Rookie.
Reinforcements sent by Sorin. Good to have you here. We're expected to face off against them in the plaza just up ahead. It's not going to be easy considering the difference in our numbers. But give it your all. If you truly believe, the god Vesper will always watch over us. Now, march forward to the central plaza and bring me the head of their commander. We will achieve victory this day, as we are empowered by our resolution.
Dear Artemis, we will not kneel before any hardship we face. Recall the teachings that were shared by Vesper, that this decline shall be the basis for a brilliant beginning, and that one must pass the darkness of death in order for life to start burning again. Now, we will all become reborn in battle. Let us face tomorrow's sun without shame.
For a prideful death! For a prideful death!
All forces, charge forward!
Tremble in fear, you rotten dogs and bandits! The Fort Keeper of Arcris Dungress is here! This land you have desecrated is the resting ground for the Dungress. You shall all pay the price for entering our domain with your lives! Gaze upon the last Dungress who has arrived to destroy you all! If you do... Gaze upon the last Dungress who has arrived to destroy you all! If you do not fear death, stand up to the Fort Keeper of Arcris! I am a living bulwark, a burning sword and a stalwart shield! All blades that touch my flesh shall break apart!
When Triad took over Arcra's fortress, they destroyed all the oak barrels in the wine cellar. This cellar was stocked with fine wines in case of an emergency. As you know, wine is a necessity during wartime. It can be used to treat wounds, disinfect drinking water, and help those who are having trouble sleeping. There must be a lot of soldiers who could use some wine. If you can find any leftover wine from the barrels, could you collect them all? And please share them with any wounded soldiers. I'll try to keep an eye out for any remaining wine as well.
This is the special Arcras wine. I could use this to treat wounds. Thank you. Arcras would hold annual festivals with these wines that were locally produced. Last year's festival was especially amazing. Everyone was having a good time, drinking wine and laughing. The sun was shining brightly while the gentle breeze cooled off the heat. I'm becoming more fearful. Afraid that everything we have enjoyed in the past might disappear like a dream. Salvis disappeared, together with the Triad commander. We're searching around because we believe they're still inside the castle. Keep moving forward into the castle while taking care of the remaining Triad soldiers. It'll make things a lot easier for the other soldiers who are conducting the search. Commander Aspen will be waiting for you inside. Get going.
Come! Try to bring down the final bulwark of Arcras! Do not rest until you strike down 100, nay, 1,000 times! No matter how hard you try, the walls of Arcras shall not fall! The blood and bones of Dungris will always keep these walls standing! Did you see that, soldier? I too fulfilled my duty as a Dungris. Now, I can finally leave and meet up with everyone.
Enlisty, I kept my eye on you during the battle. I was impressed with the courage and guts you displayed back there. I'm proud of you. Our soldiers have located Salvis and the Triad Commander beyond this point. I know you're tired, but Artemis requires your help once again. Be aware that Salvis is very skilled with his magic.
Keep on fighting back!
We will not fall back from here.
Rune Hunter? Rune Hunter? Rune Hunter, I already told you before, Salvis does not belong in Arcris. I'm sure you've learned from the memory rune why we cannot accept Salvis's presence here. And Count Zid has asked for a meeting with you regarding that issue. Please cooperate.
I have witnessed it. Countless times. I have witnessed it. Countless scars engraved on top of burnt remains and bones. The irreversible marks left behind by evenings of nightmares. Left behind by beasts created by humans. The beast's hunger can never be satisfied as it breathes hellfire, and possesses thousands of feet and fists that ruthlessly crush everything in its way. It flies a dark insignia like its mane, and it lets out a sharp roar on top of massive piles of corpses. No man-made blade is able to kill this beast, because that beast is not of the living. War is the name of the beast we speak of.
As the screaming end fell, you saw that it had turned into an old memoir. It was written a long time ago by an officer named Zid. The text described the terrible sights of the Zodiac War, along with his cold insight and skeptical confessions. After reading through everything, you remembered that the creature summoned by Salvis closely resembled Zid's description of war. But one thing that's for certain is that, regardless of the victor, all wars are remembered as a nightmare.
Messieurs, we have guests. Maintain dignity.
Dignity?
It's been a while, Salvis. What, 10 years or so? You seem to have aged quite a bit in that time. As a Zodiac Master, you must be free from the usual effects of time. And I suppose you're still trying to change things beyond your control.
Count Zid. And you look the same as yourself 10 years ago. I'm also glad to see that everyone else is doing so well.
Salvis, we share an unpleasant memory that stems from a war long ago. I hope you're not trying to cover that up after all this time.
I discovered the sacred arms of Vesper in Bellatus. You must all need the power of that sacred arms more than I do. If you promise to take care of my friends, I will gladly give it to you.
Salvis, you seem to have the wrong idea about us nobles. That belongs to the royal family. As nobles, we do not gain anything from taking possession of one of the sacred arms. And with it containing so much inherent power, suitable levels of power are required to even summon it. So, we could not utilize it in secret. If we allow you, our long-sworn enemy, to freely roam Arcris in exchange, the trust that we have painstakingly established will crumble away. It's unfortunate, but we cannot help your friends with their request either.
But
we will give you a 1-week grace period. Once that time passes, do not set foot within Arcris ever again. Hopefully, I have made myself clear about our current situation. I do not think we have anything more to talk about.
I had hoped for Count Zid's interest in the sacred arms, but this is bad. Where are we supposed to go now? Dex's magic is delicately encroaching upon Pan's body like a deadly poison. Once the magic fully spreads, he will surely die. I can't think of anywhere else but Artemis that can effectively control the magic that spreads this way. Well, I suppose I'm to blame for this problem, so I'll do my best to solve it. Could you give me some time? I'll tell you if I think of anything.
Excuse me? Excuse me. Can you help me? I mean, my little brother. The Gravekeepers told me about how you saved them during the mess. That means that you're a righteous person, right? I have a favor to ask. Please help me find my little brother. My brother was declared to be dead from the St. Lapis hospital yesterday. His cause of death was due to the plague. So I haven't seen him ever since he was quarantined. But infected with the plague? That's impossible. He was at the common ward until a couple of days ago. Everyone else there is still healthy, but they just singled out my brother. And they won't even let me take a look at his body because of the plague. There must be some other reason. There's absolutely no reason for him to just... My brother can't be dead. Please, help me find him.
Rune Hunter, everyone in the hospital is a bit depressed at the moment. I don't think I can talk for very long. Where's the morgue? Shh, Rune Hunter. Someone might hear you. I was already in a terrible mood thanks to Salvis. Why are you asking me that? According to regulations, all of the nurses and gravekeepers affiliated with the hospital are not allowed to speak of the morgue that's located in the basement of the annex. Such regulation allows us to focus our efforts on the living patients, instead of dwelling on those who have already passed away. I mean, the door to the basement opens up at midnight every day. But that's all I can speak of right now.
Watch out!
Petre, did you move the corpse from the isolation ward? The Baron has asked to take extra care with that body. Petre?
Your outfit is a bit strange. Are you a new guard? I want you to give it your all, and never bring shame to the name of Arcras. Due to the strange occurrences that's been spreading throughout Traum recently, the corpses in the morgue have been periodically coming back to life. However, all of the corpses must be sorted out by the researchers beforehand, which is why they must not be taken out without permission. All of the test subjects are currently being tested out before delivery. However, we were given orders to dispose of any of them if it is required to support the researchers. Make sure to maintain order until the sorting ends.